Welcome to the Elevate Effect, the official podcast of Cedar Hill, Texas. I am your host, Mayor Stephen Mason. As the highest point from the Red River to the Gulf of Mexico, our thriving city is elevated in more ways than one. We will have great conversations with thought leaders and change makers, answer community questions submitted by you, and share important city happenings. Now, we are live from the Poetic Justice Studio at the Trapine Hickman Library in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Steve Mason, and I serve as the mayor here in the city of Cedar Hill. And you are listening to the episode 3 of season 2 of the Elevate Effect. I have two incredible guests here with me today. Duane Dankesreiter, a senior VP at the Dallas Regional Chamber, leading innovation across the DFW metroplex, and Shawn Quildon, also VP of Holmes Murphy Commercial Insurance and Risk Management, and they're both serving on the Economic Development Corporation. Shawn is our board president. Correct. And Duane serves as our vice president.
Yep.
All right. So these two are uniquely positioned and share some great insights with us and talk about our growth in our region. They're both here to join me today. So welcome to the Elevate Effect.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So I hope you're ready, but I want to go ahead and start off strong. All right. I have a rapid fire. Are you familiar with the term rapid fire?
Yep.
All right. So I'm just going to point and y'all just answer. All right.
Okay.
So both of y'all going to answer the question, but you go first.
Okay.
Your favorite lunch spot in Cedar Hill?
Panera.
Sunny Tie.
Book or podcast?
Book.
Podcast.
Which is this one, right?
Sure.
One word to describe your leadership style.
Builder.
Servant.
Okay. If you could see any chain or establishment come to Cedar Hill, which one would that be? Duane.
Flower Child.
Flower Child?
Mm-hmm.
Rapid fire.
I don't know.
Any chain that you want here in Cedar Hill.
I have no idea.
All right, we have to work on that one. All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give you this one first. All right.
Okay.
Favorite way to recharge after a long week.
Pajamas and a puzzle.
Okay.
Movies.
All right. That is our rapid fire. I could have sworn you was going to say some violent wine glass. I said wine.
So,
I was trying to leave the wine out.
My honest answer was puzzles and wine.
And wine. Okay. I just knew you was going to. I know you.
That makes it more enjoyable.
There you go. I love it. So what was this restaurant, this chain? I'm just curious. I never heard of it.
So part of the challenge that we have in Cedar Hill and in Southern Dallas County is that there's no gluten-free, really good gluten-free restaurants. So we have to go north for those. So Flower Child is a place in Rosewood Court. There's Bella Green. There's Company Cafe that all have great gluten-free menus for my wife, who has celiac disease. So it's having good restaurants that can accommodate us is a challenge.
All right. We're going to have to keep
work
an
on
eye
that.
on that one. Yeah, absolutely. So I think Cedar Hill is really blessed because, one, we do have an economic development corporation, right? There's only like 500 cities or towns that has this type of tool in their tool chest. So we're blessed for that. But the leadership that we have here in Cedar Hill is very unique, I would say. With your background in risk management, your background with the Dallas Regional Chamber, I'd like to dive into that a little bit. Sure. But if you could explain to the listeners who may not be familiar with what is an economic development and what is the purpose of it?
Sure.
You got it.
Okay. Economic development, simply stated to me, is all about creating a thriving community. Economic development is the pipeline and the chain to success of any city. And so I feel like this board is tasked and challenged with keep maintaining the vibrancy of the city and bringing new business and new developers here, supporting them with things like infrastructure, providing incentives to make them want to come to our city because our economy depends on economic development.
I love that brief answer.
And adding to that is just working with the council to provide the vision for what we want as a city.
Yeah. So it says corporation. So if you could just explain, do you answer to the city manager to the mayor to the council? Are you your own entity, so to speak? Can you kind of break that down?
Go ahead.
That's an interesting question, right? So we're an independent corporation, but we work closely with the council and the city to align the resources to make sure that when we work with a company that is looking to expand or relocate here, that we're all on the same page.
Good. Well, I have people all the time that says, Mayor Mason, can you bring this to our city? Can you do this? I'm like, guys, I'm trying to, make sure the city is safe. I'm trying to make sure that we have infrastructure in place. But the Economic Development Corporation, they can be able to go out and try to look for, those type of interests that they may be interested in.
But we're limited in our tools too. So there's some things that people expect for us to get, but we're challenged in that just from the legal standpoint of what an Economic Development Corporation can do. So things like infrastructure that would provide it, whether it's a manufacturer or a development project, things that we can support are critical to that. So we're limited in it, but we leverage those tools for the most impact.
Absolutely. So let's talk public-private partnership. Cedar Hill's Downtown Action Plan was officially adopted on February 10th after nearly a year of public input and feedback. And the EDC played a big role in shaping it. Thank you for that. For our listeners who may not be familiar with, why is this plan such an important step for Cedar Hill?
I think the Downtown Action Plan was a pivotal and crucial step for our city. I know that many of our residents were concerned when we, had a change in plans and the plan for downtown did not work out exactly as originally planned. I am of the belief that is not a negative thing. It 100% gave us an opportunity to reset, to go back to the community and understand, what do we really want to see in our downtown? So we put the time in to understand what our immediate community needs. We also put the time in to understand how those communities around us could benefit from us having a thriving, vibrant downtown. So this is it's a restart, and it's a rejuvenated restart that allows us to create a downtown that with intention and purpose. And I think that is extremely important to us and to our residents.
I agree. I think it's an opportunity. And I love that the community is engaged and want to be a part of the process. Duane, when you think about the future of downtown, what kinds of businesses, experiences, or development are you hoping to see that will really bring the vision of the plan to life?
Yeah, I think the important piece was the action plan gave us a vision to say, okay, here are whether it's the properties that the EDC owns or the broader vision of where activity can happen, that put some things in place. And so for me, a lot of the things that I look for are the things that can bring daytime activity, because if we all want restaurants and we all want those great places to convene, you've got to continue to have people not just at night, but during the day. So what can we do to spur some of that activity? Selfishly, things like patio seating and really outside gathering spots are super important for a vital downtown. You want visitors that come to the region or come to the downtown to see people actively engaging and being a part of the downtown vibe.
Yeah. As our city is growing, there's new developments going on all around our city, all around our community. Our downtown, I feel, needs to be the heartbeat of whatever is going on. Whatever growth and development is going on, we still need to be able to make sure that our downtown is being reinvested. Yep. And I appreciate the EDC making sure that that's one of your top priorities. So thank you for that.
I think we all go out as we're driving around seeing what other cities are doing. We're saying we want that something like that here, but we want to create something unique that drives people here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Madam President, beyond downtown, we have new businesses coming in all across the city: Via Brazil, Sephora, Kids Empire, Olive Garden, and a luxury multifamily development, East Penn, and more. Are any of these something that you would love to be able to see or got you excited about that's coming to City Hill?
I would say there's probably three that I'm excited for all economic development. Okay. I will say that there are three that that inspire me and kind of what this board is looking for. The first, bringing residential into that area. It is necessary for the city, for the business owners within the city. Very excited about Villa Brazil because it gives us a unique dining experience that we do not have in the area. And I like the idea of us having that different eating experience here to bring. And then Kids Empire. One, it gives a place for folks with younger individuals to go and play and enjoy themselves in a safe environment, but also while you are there, if you need to shop or if you need to eat. So that is a business that I believe will support other business in the area. And so that is community partnership at its finest.
Yes. So I guess what I'm hearing you say is it helps promote the tourism, right? My child may be going to a birthday party. I may not have even heard of Kids Empire. And oh, by the way, it's at Hillside Village. I can go across the street and go party while my child is over here. I say party. I mean to go shopping while my child is over here partying.
Yep, you could go to Mudhook and have a burger, or pick up shoes for one of the kids, at a store while they're enjoying themselves. So lots of opportunity.
My kids love the boba place. Now the new boba place in Hillside Village. That's a hot spot for us.
Tell me, I'm not familiar with boba.
I don't even know what boba tea.
Oh, okay,
but they got whatever the.
Yes. It seems like every Saturday. I'm taking my daughters to go get ice cream over there at the, the frozen, custard place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm there and playing in the playground area. So it's a very vibrant place. Duane, tell me about Dallas Regional Chamber. Now, I'll tell you, when I think of them, I think of a place of statistics for economic development, things that are trending. Is that what Dallas Regional Chamber is known for? And also, is there more that they
a lot more. I'd say what we're known for is a lot of our economic development work of recruiting companies to Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay. But we focused on education, workforce, and talent. So that short game and long game of both providing the talent that's here for our companies, but also the how are we looking at the long game in terms of what are we creating and what are we helping build that pipeline for people here. Plus public policy, both in local governments here in the region, in Austin and in DC, and then finally community of life. So all the things that make this a great place to live and work and do business across the region. What are we doing? How are we enabling that to happen?
Similar to Cedar Hill, DFW in general is experiencing a lot of growth right now. What are some projects or trends happening in the region that you can share with us? I know you got some. Good stuff.
They're it's pretty amazing the projects that are coming into the region. But I think part of it is there's just a lot of eyes on Texas and on DFW right now, and so our job is to pitch the region in that sense and say, here's what's the right place for your company. Sure. Financial services, the All Street message is huge right now. So lots of banks and lots of connectivity into that. And then we're seeing a lot of advanced manufacturing operations start to look at DFW, whether it's reshoring companies from overseas or expansion of operations that are here. So I think there's a lot of opportunities for all cities across the region to take advantage of those things.
That's great. As each city kind of have their own identity and positioning themselves for some of those key prospects, is there anything that Cedar Hill should consider or get prepared for, maybe get kind of that cutting edge? I know I'm sharing this on the podcast, but as mayor, I'd like to know if there's more that we can be doing.
I think at the end of the day, you as cities, cities look for creating place. Why would companies or people choose to move here, whether they're going to live here and work elsewhere or companies that are here? They want to know they're going to be a part of something special. And I think that's a unique part for Cedar Hill. And, companies that might choose to locate here know that they're going to be loved by the city and engaged in the community. And that's an important part of sort of corporate culture that we'd like to see.
I would like to say publicly that I am very proud of your leadership along with the EDC board. Just to communicate with everyone, there's a lot of things that come across the mayor's desk. And I sometimes get my input, sometimes I don't, but a lot of times you guys get pitched a lot of different projects that come across your desk. And there's some vetting that goes along with that process. And so far, some things that I was kind of getting excited about that the EDC decided not to make a move on ended up being a great decision. So I just want to say, I appreciate all the effort that y'all have done. Me personally, I just want to say this publicly. I don't put pressure on EDC for one way or another. I felt like the protocol is to actually start with EDC, start with the economic development director. Don't come to the mayor first, right? Try to pitch me the deal. We got a corporation that handles that. So we don't play politics here. Have a conversation, build a relationship with the EDC, and see if there's an opportunity for us to be able to complement one another, and hopefully Cedar Hill can be made their home. So thank you for your leadership in that.
Great partnership.
Exactly.
If a developer or a business owner is dedicated, let me rephrase that. If a developer or a business owner is deciding between Cedar Hill or any other part throughout this North Central Texas region, what sets our city apart? Madam President?
I mean, the list is endless. I would say if a business developer or any other business entity is looking for a place to land, Cedar Hill is the spot for a number of reasons. One, our unparalleled natural beauty, our rolling hills. Like, you want to look out the window from your office, you want to look out the window from Cedar Hill, one of the most beautiful places in the world. In addition to that, I think the things that benefit us and that would benefit a business in general are our interstate access, our close proximity to Dallas. We're 20 minutes from Dallas. We are also extremely close to Love Field Airport, to DFW Airport. We are positioned literally to be a place that is easily accessible for business. And if you couple all those things with who we are as a city, our partnership, we support our business owners. We support our developers, our school district. You have the support of our school district. You have the support of our city and of our city council. So everything about being in the city of Cedar Hill says we invite you, we invite your employers, we invite employees, we invite your family. Like, this is a place that I would choose any day.
Yeah. Vice President, would you anything else to add?
Agree, everything she said. You got it.
I'll just add to that. I think the culture here, everything that you just said, that's not easy, right? There's a lot of cities that wish they can say they have support of the city, right? They got support of the school district. They got the public safety is involved in the vetting process. We organically have that process here. And I tell you, there's one of our major employers here that came through the process. It's only been here less than 5 years. I've heard from their executive here, and he told me himself, hey, if I ever need anything, the mayor is just a phone call away, right? Or, economic development president is just a phone call away. I do not have to go through multiple, channels in order for me to be able to get things done. And I think that also sets us apart,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a strong sense of community. I think we're not too big that a company gets lost in the mechanisms, and there's engagement from everybody.
Yeah. So I think that's beautiful. Well, look, anything else you would like to add, as far as all the activities or maybe something coming up that you want to share with us?
Now, we appreciate you having us on the podcast. People tend to kind of forget about the EDC unless there's what they feel is an imminent need, or and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the community. And Duane referenced the fact that we are an independent corporation, but without doubt, we appreciate the partnership with the city. And so I'm happy that you had us on the podcast. So thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Elevate Effect. Anything else you'd like to add?
I think the beauty of the EDC is that we are out hunting for the right things for the city. So it's proactive nature, saying we hear what the citizens want, we hear what we know what we need as a city to continue to grow, and that's what the director and the team are built to do, is to go out and build those things that people are looking for here.
I love it. Public-private partnership. You heard it. That's exactly what we want to promote here. And I just want to thank you both for taking time out to come and join me here on the Elevate Effect. And we look forward to seeing what Cedar Hill growth continues. So, wondering what's going on in the city happenings? Well, allow me to remind you that the fun event that we mentioned in our last episode is coming out this month. That's right. This is the Motown in Downtown. Join us Saturday, April 25th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the historic downtown Cedar Hill for our second annual Motown in Downtown Street Dance. We'll have live music, food, trucks, beer and wine, and plenty of dancing. Nearly 2,000 people joined us last year. We would love to see even more come out this year. Visit cedarhilltx.com/street dance for details. I hope to see you there. One of our favorite weekly traditions is back. Food trucks. Thursdays have returned to Cedar Hill. Join us every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. through the end of October at Signature Park for a rotating lineup of local food trucks. It's the perfect way to spend an evening with family and friends. Grab some great food, relax in the beautiful park, and enjoy fun activities happening alongside the trucks, including craft nights in the park. Find more details at cedarhilltx.com/calendar. This is my favorite part of the episode. I want to hear from you. I do have 3 of our citizens that have some questions for the mayor. Susanna, how do you build generational wealth? Like you give us advice in every single episode. Well, I don't want to provide or come off like I'm a financial advisor, but I would like to say, if you could maybe have some sort of a savings account, and maybe even have an account if you have some extra money that you can be able to put off to the side that could potentially, grow in time. Maybe that could be a 401k for some people. Maybe that could be some sort of a investment account. So as you're working, if there's a way that you can be able to set some money off to the side to be able to help it multiply, maybe that could be one example that you can be able to create generational wealth. And my next question is from Robert. My fiance and I are looking to buy a house this summer and are considering moving to Cedar Hill. What do you like about living here? Living here in Cedar Hill? It's amazing. Don't just hear it from me. Yes, I may be the biggest ambassador, but Cedar Hill has so much to offer. I think the quality of life here in Cedar Hill is very strong. When I say quality of life, you have a place that you can be able to live. It's still quiet. We have trails. If you are recreational, you can be able to go out. They connect throughout all single parks, so you don't have to just walk or run. You can even just ride your bike. We also have a state park. We have so many great natural amenities that you can be able to enjoy here in Cedar Hill. That's natural amenities, but also retail. We have places for you to be able to shop. We have places for you to be able to eat. We have great businesses here, depending on what type of employment that you have. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you want to open up a business here in Cedar Hill. We have so many great things to be able to offer. Please consider, coming to Cedar Hill. And the next one is from Tiana. What kind of music do you listen to? You know what? That used to be a very easy question, Tiana. But now that I have girls, I find myself listening to like bluey and pop. So I don't know what kind of music I listen to, because when I turn my radio on, it's not where I left it. But look, I think the best time to be listening to music is from, I guess, R&B, hip hop from the 90s to, I guess, current. I still listen to a little R&B right now. I don't know about so much hip hop with the latest hip hop going on right now, but it was a vibe to be able to hear the music back from the 90s, 2000s, maybe even some of the 2010s. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. I just call me round. You know what? I said my kids, but also my wife, she loves Latin music. So I find myself even listening to Bad Bunny. So hey, don't judge me. I'm well-rounded. But anyway, thank you for submitting your questions. And I love to hear from you. Submit your ideas and questions to the Elevate Effect. And the podcast link is below. Remember, the art is not about making money, but in how you keep it. Save and invest wisely and create generational wealth. Thank you.